me quickly with putting out script. As yeah, I'll bother you today, first day back and all. And here we go with, I'm going to do a quick bonfire with printed script before I do news and all that. So yeah, here goes as, remember the 5th of November, gunpowder, treason and plot. Kind of it's like V for Vendetta. Can I just say I've already been out and I'm surprised none of us have been burnt and all that. Like burnt to a crisp or anything. Yeah. Alright, the 5th of November is like the day we kind of set fireworks off in the UK. The computer's really annoying me. But the bonfire isn't just about the bright lights and all that, as it does have a dark history to it. So yeah, so nice. But like today is like I was doing a history to it, just in case you don't. Here goes. So yeah, it's also called Guy Fawkes Day. So yeah, and he's like kind of like world famous, probably due to the moustache and the fact that he tried to blow up Parliament and all that. No, tried. Like blowing up Westminster Palace and all that. On the 5th of November 1605, Guy Fawkes was foiled in a plot to destroy like the House of Parliament, drawing state opening and kill all inside, including the king. And what came to be known as the gunpowder plot. And he lived for 35 years before he passed away. He was born on the 13th of April 1570 in Stonegate in York, and was educated at St. Peter's School in York before going to be called Guy Fawkes. And he lived near York with his father, who was called Edward, and mother, who was Edith. And his father was a Protestant and worked as a solicitor for a religious course of the church. However, in 1579 he died, and 3 years later his mother remarried a man called Dennis Bainbridge, a Catholic, so a young Guy Fawkes converted. And converting to Catholicism in those days was a big deal, as a ruling religion was the Church of England, which wouldn't exactly tolerate the Roman Catholicism. And it was hard to kind of worship and were driven on underground. And it was from that impression that things kind of got on the way with the plot and all. And there were rumours that Guy married Maria Pauline in 1590, but there are no parish records to show this, so it's kind of open to dispute kind of thing. And after a while he kind of chooses to leave Protestant in England and enlist in the Spanish army in Holland in the 80 Years' War. And there he won a reputation of like great courage and determination. It was where he gained experience with explosives. And it was also where he decided to call himself Guida, as it likely sounded Spanish and all that. And in 1604, at Ostend, Guy met another Englishman called Thomas Winter, who had also been in Spain too, trying to drum up support for English Catholics. And the two travelled to London, and Thomas told Guy that he and his friends, including Yorkshiremen John and Christopher Wright from Welwick, and wrote to Catesby, going to take action but needed help from a military man. It would not be recognised by the authorities. So yeah, and from there the gunpowder plot kind of started. But Guy was not the mastermind behind the plot, despite like his fame and all that. It was actually the Warwickshire-born Robert Catesby, the son of a persecuted Roman Catholic. As Catesby was a wealthy man, known to most of his conspirators through a network of friendships with various Roman Catholic families. The exception was Guy, who was like to have met when he was briefly employed as a footman by Anthony Brown, 2nd Lord Montague, a family which Catesby's sister had married into. In October 18th, 1605 was a crucial day in regards to the conspiracy. That was when the conspirators discussed how Catholic peers might be spared from the planned explosion, and then led to the famed Montego letter, written on October 26th to Catholic MP William Parker, the 4th Baron Monteagle, warning him not to come near Westminster. In order to get close enough to the targets, a cellar below the Houses of Parliament was rented by the members of the plot and was filled with about 36 barrels of gunpowder, as there was enough to completely destroy the building and damaged buildings within like a 1 mile radius of Parliament. And the plot was undone when an anonymous letter sent to Baron of Monteagle warning him not to go to the House of Lords was made public, and it led to a search of Westminster Palace being ordered in the early hours of November 5th. And Guy Fawkes was discovered guarding the explosives. Initially he pretended to be a servant and said the wood belonged to his master, Thomas Percy, but when this was reported to the king, the fact that Percy was a Catholic, the king ordered a second search of gunpowder was found and Guy was arrested. And during his involvement of the gunpowder plot, Fawkes called himself John Johnson. When he was arrested he was going to have to give his name, and he gave that name. Shortly after being found early in the morning of November 5th, the Privy Council met in the King's bedchamber, and Fawkes was brought in on the guard and asked to explain why he wanted to kill the King and blow up Parliament. And he said that he regarded the King as a disease since he had been excommunicated by the Pope, and asked why he needed such huge quantity of gunpowder. And he apparently said to blow your Scotch beggars back to your native mountains. Not a big fan of Scots then. And I'm swear unconscious about this bit. And Guy was sent to the Tower of London, and King James indicated in a letter on the 6th of November that the gentle torturers to be first used onto him, and so by degrees proceeding to the worst, and so God speed your good work. During the next 4 days he was questioned and tortured on the rack, and eventually confessed and gave the names of his conspirators. His signature on the written confession after torture, which is still held in the National Archives, was very faint and weak, and a note taken later was much more indicated how weak he must have been through torture and all that. And the Fawkes and others involved were tried on January 31st, 1606, and sentenced to be hung, drawn and quartered at the Old Palace Yard in Westminster. The Attorney General, Sir Edward Coke, told the court that each of the condemned would be drawn backwards to his death by horse, his head near the ground, It's like they would kind of be put to death halfway between heaven and earth, as unworthy of both. And their genitals would be cut off and burned before their eyes, and their bowels and hearts removed, and then be decapitated and dismembered, parts of the body be displayed so that they might become prey for the fowls of the air. But Guy escaped the horrific fate, and as immediately before his execution he jumped off from the scaffold where he was hanged and broke his neck, and avoiding the agonies of mutilation. He also did not have his body parts distributed to the four corners of the kingdom, to be displayed as a warning to other would-be traitors. And despite being what would be a terrorist plot, Guy Fawkes made name the 30th greatest Britain and all, in a poll conducted by the BBC in 2002. Today the word Guy was used to refer to a man, but originally it was a term for an ugly, repulsive person in reference to Fawkes. Straw effigies are made of Guy Fawkes and thrown onto bonfires to remember the gunpowder plot, were also known as Guys, and over time the meaning has become blurred as generally doing art. Guy Fawkes probably got lucky as, is also the one that's most well remembered, considering he's the one that's was kind of tortured and all that. And yeah, that is Bonfire Night for you, and I'll see you all later for the news, as I'm doing that tonight as well, so au revoir for now.